Hi, thank you for joining me today. My name is Angela Rosoff. I am a yoga teacher and I specialize in teaching yoga to women over 40. Everyone is welcome. All of these are beginning yoga poses. We are focusing on winter renewal. This is part of a sequence to get the body revved up for any kind of cleansing that you may be doing. At this point, we're probably getting ready for spring, right? And there will be another opportunity to a big cleanse in March. But right now, just getting the body warmed up, especially great for those of you in cooler climates. I happen to be in San Francisco, and it's been warm the last few days, so this will also feel really good since it's warming up here. I want to share that if you have a bolster or a pillow, like a large pillow from your couch, that would be perfectly adequate. I like to use what you already have in your home. This is especially for beginners. So, with that in mind, you can appropriate some common items that you may have. And if you don't have a sticky mat, putting a towel down or, a nice big blanket, that might be great. And I have a strap here, which we might use in our poses, and also a blanket, a nice cozy blanket to help us protect our knees or to cozy up for Shavasana. So, this is a short class. It's 30 minutes. It's designed to give you something to do that's easy to help you just feel enlivened in your day. The goal for our exercise in yoga is just to do some yoga. Just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be 90 minutes of yoga. That's brilliant and that is beautiful. But if you only have 30 minutes, take the 30 minutes. And then you can also take parts of this class and do 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever you need to do. This will be recorded and you can access it in my video library under Winter Renewal. So let's get started. I'm going to sit up high on a pillow and sit in an easy pose, just allowing the spine to be upright and vertical, maybe tilting forward just a little bit, just to give yourself some space. I'm so glad you're here. And for those of you who are live today, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat room and I will address them as we go. I'll check as we move along. And if you're new to yoga, if you could just let me know that in the chat, and I would be happy to share some information. This is a beginner's class, so I will introduce you to some Sanskrit words. It's mostly going to be common names here, so thank you for joining us. If you will, please place your hands together in a prayer pose for Anjali Mudra. Let us get centered together. Placing your hands to the heart, you can spread your hands wide to invoke energy in this mudra, or you can have it very simple, pressing your thumbs to your chest. Closing the eyes, let us get centered and connect deeply with our breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Noticing how your body feels as you breathe in and out. Do you notice the air going down your windpipe? Are you breathing up high into the chest? Or are you breathing down low into the diaphragm? Moving into a diaphragmatic breath will be helpful to your vitality. for the long term. So this may be a good time to practice it. If you'll just breathe in, feeling the belly expand. You can exaggerate this if this is new for you. Just breathe in. Don't be shy. Feel the belly expand and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. As your diaphragm expands in this abdominal region, so too does the pelvic diaphragm expand, and it helps to elevate, expanding and contracting the organs in the pelvic floor as well as the abdominal muscles, your digestive organs. Yoga is so brilliant for cleansing our body. Asana practice, which is the yoga movements, is meant to cleanse our organs, our tissues, our muscles with this orderly practice of bringing in oxygen and stretching. So as you incorporate a little bit of yoga into your day, just know you're doing something really great for yourself. So connecting to the breath, one more breath in, closing the eyes. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the heart, hands, Anjali Mudra to the crown chakra. And then twisting your hands, bring the fingers to your eyebrows. This is a really beautiful little loving kindness to our bodies. Roll down your shoulder blades and bring the fingers slowly up to the top of the head. Give yourself a little stimulating, gentle rub, bringing them around the sides of the ears, down the neck, around your torso, into your belly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Let's do 2 more of these. Bringing the hands to the eyebrows, slowly giving yourself a little massage, rolling the hands up to the top of the head, bringing the hands down around your ears, down your neck. Really pay a little bit of attention there. You're helping to support the cleansing of your lymphatic system. And one more time, bringing the head out, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the facial muscles. Smile, your beautiful smile. Wonderful. Cleansing the lymphatic system. Really bring the hands down the neck and around the sides of the body. Beautiful. Let's take a loving stretch over to the right side, bringing your gaze up to the sky. Your gaze is known as drishti in Sanskrit. Bringing your gaze up to the sky with the right side stretching. And then let's take it a little bit deeper. Bringing the arms up, feeling those intercostal muscles between the ribs. Get a little bit of play here. You just gave them a tiny massage, alerting them to our action today. Letting your body. Now let's take a little stretch over to the left here. Take a deep breath in, deepen the stretch. Another deep breath in, deepen the stretch, rolling the shoulder blades back. And release. Let's do the same stretch on this side now. There we go. Amazing. Let's just make sure we have our neck stretched out. Bringing the just gentle pressure, really gentle, over to the right. Roll the shoulders down. Set it up well. Get the most benefits and release. Bringing some grace to your motions And then same thing, roll the shoulders down. Bringing your head over to the left ever so gently. There we go. And one more time. Really just enlivening our body, getting ready for some deeper asana practice, deeper exercise. Doesn't that feel nice? I like that. How are you feeling? Let me know. And then we're just going to open and close our chest here. A seated cat-cow pose. Really nice. So lovely. What a beautiful day. Happy Monday, right? And then just let's give ourselves a little rhythm to this. Undulating our chest and tummies forward and back with a little quick motion. Brilliant. Really nice. And then let's reverse the flow. Here we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. And then from here, let's bring ourselves to our knees and just finding our space in time here. Connecting deeply with our bodies, bringing the knees out to the edge of the mat. I have an extra little mat here for myself to offer a little padding. If you like, you could add a blanket. That might feel nice. For those of us over 40, we find that adding some extra supports allows us to feel better during the poses. It helping us feel better helps us to create better alignment in our poses, creating more energy in our actions. What we're going to do now is explore with the abs, toning the abdominal muscles, really rounding out this winter renewal program process, digging in your left toes into the floor, pressing the right foot back at your own pace. Let's do 5 of these. And rounding out our winter renewal process really will bring some great advantage to us if we wrap this up with some nice ab work. Because this spring is all about opening up, new life in our world. And then the last one here, and new life in our world, maybe, and then digging in your right toes for extra support. Notice how strong I'm able to focus as opposed to leaving it here. I'm a little less strong in my actions. So lifting up the left leg now, the opposite leg, whichever leg you started, just the opposite one. And with your foot flexed, bring the knee in, pressing back, breathing in, pressing back on the exhale, coordinating the breath to allow for more oxygenation of our muscles. And the ab work will be really beneficial when we start doing maybe some springtime gardening, moving things around, helping to protect our bodies from injury, from those little weekend warrior things that we might be doing. Maybe going for hikes, longer bicycle rides, a little more outdoor time with the kids or the dog or your partner or your friends. whatever is going on in your life. Having the abs toned up will help all of our activities. Let's take a little devotional pose, a little puppy stretch here, spreading the knees wide, considering this like a child's pose. But really, it's a little bit more of an inversion. I'm going to bring this up, a little bit more of a back bend here. Bring your head flat to the ground, stimulating the third eye. 3 deep breaths here. Bringing it back up to tabletop. We're just going to do a couple more explorations here. This is one of the most grounding poses to be in tabletop. It inverts your sense of awareness, flipping it over, lifting it up, and it requires some new continuity when you really do some deeper explorations of your body in this pose. So now we're going to integrate our work. So digging your left foot in, starting with the right foot, we're going to extend our right leg and the opposite arm, the left arm. Bringing it in 5 times. 1. There we go. At your own pace, breathing in, exhaling, breathing in, exhaling. I'm really warming up. Are you? How are you feeling? Breathing in, exhaling. 2 more times. There we go. Planting our hand and foot into the ground. We're going to do the same thing on the left side of our leg. Right arm, taking it out 5 times. And then your last one, make it really graceful, really make it mark here. Wow, so good. And then back to Bhattasana, devotional pose. Really nice. You can hang out there for a second. I'm going to take my sweater off. I'm getting a little bit warmed up here. Woo, it's exciting. And then we're going to continue with the abs. Okay, from Bhattasana, find your way into downward dog. My hamstrings are notoriously tight, so I'm going to use a blanket to help elevate my ankles and really give a better shape to my down dog. Downward facing dog, Adho Sukha Shavasana. And then I have a little problem, maybe you do too, where my back tends to bow like this a little bit. So I really have to work to roll down my shoulders and really press back. My downward dog is a little different than everyone else's because I have petite legs. And that's just how it is. I really don't get to choose. This is my life's body. What is yours like? If this is feeling good for you, fantastic. Now let's experiment here with lifting our right foot up. What does that feel like? And then bringing it down. And then the same on the left foot. Are you stronger on one side? Are you feeling that? What does your body do? Roll down your shoulders. Tuck in your tummy and bring it back down. Roll down the shoulders, lifting the left foot. Bringing it down. Let's make our way into plank pose. We're really exploring the abs. This is one of the best ways to warm up your body, is to work your abs, your core muscles. So here we are. Let's bring the right knee in and back. Left knee in and back. 5 more times. Nice job. And then this is our last round. Tone the tummy, make it a really good one. There we go. And then bring your right foot here. We're going to explore Pigeon Pose. We are doing this. We should be pretty warmed up, but you might be a little bit tight in the hips. We're gonna do this. This is our pigeon here. Where is your pigeon? If it feels right to you, bring a blanket or pillow under your right gluteal muscle. And let's just hang out here for a minute. Notice the flow from your right gluteal muscle into your hamstring, into the hip, feeling that release. We're really releasing all the tension in this hip flexor in the front. Our root chakra is a space where we hold emotions, old memories, any kind of trauma in our lives. Sometimes we hold it there. So this is a great daily stretch. Really nice to do, especially when you're nice and warmed. Really good. And then if you feel like it, take a big inhale, and on the exhale, roll it down wherever you find that you can go. The goal here is just to really relax. So maybe you bring a bolster or pillow up on your knee, really relaxing into it, digging that left set of toes into the floor, just like that, really offering some stability. Rolling your head to one side if that feels good, bringing it down, touching the third eye. That can work too. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. And when you're ready, press it up. Remove your supports. Let's wiggle our way out, returning to plank. Bringing the left leg in. Reversing your pigeon. I'm going to bring the blanket over to my left gluteal muscle. This is what it looks like here. Now, if you like, you can bring the blanket all the way through, really supporting the pelvic floor in general, the whole thing. That's a great way to do it. Loving that. Rolling the shoulders back. This is a really good spot to be. This feels good. Toning the abs. Rolling the shoulders back. You may find that lifting up on a block or pillow may work. I'm going to try to roll it down just to get the same benefits on the other side. So rolling it down, really relaxing deeply into this pose. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Tucking, it's easier to do if you bend your elbows and tuck it around whatever it is that you're lying on. Maybe you feel more comfortable with your head down. The act of having your head touch with your third eye, the frontal lobe of your brain, this physical stimulation helps to invite clear thinking. It gives some energy to this frontal lobe area that makes so many good decisions for you. Take 2 more breaths here. All right, and when you're ready, lift up. It's a really wonderful pose to add to your yoga routine every day, if at all possible. It can, at our age of middle life, as you're approaching middle life, if you're over 40, we can, and then let's take a little stretch here. We find that it's time to sort out any childhood issues. You know, it's time to sort out any kind of misfortunes that may have happened in your life, that may be recurring thoughts on some level, whether it's from triggers or just day to day functioning. It's time to let all of that stuff go. It is. And the mind body work, can be incredibly therapeutic, either on its own or in addition to any other therapeutic work that you're doing with a professional therapist. And you can do this. You can do this all by yourself. Pigeon pose, really great for that. Let's go back into plank pose. Steadying ourselves. Do you notice how strong you feel? I'm feeling really strong. Bringing the elbows down, really tucking. Look at that tricep. Really working the triceps as you roll it down, letting your pelvic bone be the last thing that hits the floor. Bringing the head to the mat, unraveling the tops of the feet, allowing a gentle rest. Tucking the toes, lifting up in plank, bringing the knees down, bringing your right hand up, reaching up, looking up. Your drishti, your view of the world is going up your gaze, and then tucking the arm through the left open arm under your armpit, really finding that resting spot on this part of your deltoid, giving your deltoid a nice stretch, extending the left arm above your head in a nice plane. Take 3 deep breaths here. Bringing your left hand next to your shoulder and pressing out, winging out, allowing that stretch to happen. Let's reverse the side. We're almost there. We're going to lift the arm up, reaching up, looking up, pressing the arm onto the ground through the right armpit area. Bringing your left or your right arm forward and really stretching. Can you see my hand? Really stretching this deltoid muscle. Also stretching the muscles of your collarbone, maybe pulling the legs back, experimenting with that, feeling that really deep stretch going forward. How does that feel? Maybe it feels better. It kind of feels better to me when I tuck up a little. I'm feeling more of a stretch where I need it here in the deltoid. This is perfect for anyone who works on a computer all day long or driving. Bringing the hand next to the shoulder, pressing up, bringing the arm up, having a look, and down. Now, Let's roll over onto our gluteal muscles here. Now for this, we may want to have some support, so bring your blanket close. Bring your pillow close. Just going to do a little time check. How are we doing in the chat here?